USA Sports presents the 1986 United States Open Tennis Championship. Tonight's matches are brought to you in part by Michelin. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. And by Toyota, who offers a full line of 1986 cars and trucks. More dependability, more quality, more satisfied owners. Who could ask for anything more?
The women are in the quarterfinals. The men are finishing up the round of 16. And we are live at the National Tennis Center, Flushing Meadow, New York, for more tennis action in the U.S. Open Championships. The weather so far has been helpful. It's been cool under overcast skies. Rain threatening, but none so far. Good evening, everyone. Tim Ryan, and we are live here at the Stadium Court, awaiting action between the two outstanding young women of this past couple of weeks. Number 3, Steffi Graf, against Bonnie Gadusek. Now, Bonnie Gadusek is from Largo, Florida. She's seeded number 8. Here she is in the quarterfinals. Not too many people would have expected to see her here. She's in there against that tough young West German who many think may go the distance in this tournament. That will be followed by Milan Schreiber against Todd Witzkin. Witzkin, the youngster from Carmel, Indiana, who upset Jimmy Connors. So we've got lots of excitement ahead. Now, Steffi Graf, last year against Pam Shriver, provided most of the dramatics until that final in 3 tiebreakers against Pam Shriver, and she remembers it.
It was a really exciting match. I mean, everybody was ahead, and then the other one was ahead, and it was always mixing. Such a crazy match. I mean, I never thought I can play 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. It was so hot there at the US Open, and it wasn't a small stadium, so it was a great match. And maybe it was really important to win this match because it was that close. And I don't think it would have been too...
All over her face, and she's got to feel better now. Holding serve to 3-1. That's back.
Love 15.
What a U.S. Open Steffi had in '85. We saw that quarterfinal match that took her into the semis against Martina. 3 tiebreakers. Tie breaks, I should say, against Pam Shriver.
Oh.
It's really something. In her first U.S. Open,
15
Graf
all.
lost in the first round, as we have a look at Peter Graf, looking over at his daughter. She lost to Sylvia Honecker in the first round, first time her U.S. Open, semis the second time. Who knows what she'll do this time?
Peter was a guy in a gray sweater. That other guy was way too young to be her father. On this side.
Out. 30-15.
That's back. 30-15. Graf ready at the line to serve as Bonnie now this time does slow things down in her preparation. I think that's good.
Out. 40-15.
Bonnie really is getting rushed right out of this match so far. She's trying to slow down the speed. Bonnie wants to play at 33. Steffi's playing at 78.
Out. 40-30.
Steffi isn't old enough to remember 78.
78 RPMs. That's right. She's probably never even heard one of those records.
Wouldn't know what it looked like. Backhand error, and not pleased with herself on that. Back to deuce.
She lost a set to Rafi Reggie 2 days ago and said that when she was asked if she was satisfied with her match, she said, "No, I am not satisfied."
Whoa.
Out.
Gadusek let that get away. Advantage Graf. Gadusek's backhand failing her. She's knocked 3 of them long in this game, and it is 4-1 Graf. First set. Bonnie Gadusek, 22 years of age, from Largo, Florida, against Steffi Graf, and serving at 1-4 first set. Nice deep serve.
15 love.
That paid off as Graf knocks the return long. 15 love.
All.
$15.30 Gadusek. Came to net, which one would expect she's going to have to do more of, but couldn't make that volley and falls to 2 break points. And I did advance Graf and Sabatini around farther than they are on the doubles. I'll come back to that just for doubles fans. It's wide, and the break sends the lead to 5-1 for Steffi Graf. She and Sabatini are in the quarterfinal, and they'll meet Gigi Fernandez and Robin White, quarterfinal of the doubles, and they are in the same half of the draw with Navratilova and Schreiber. Oh, there's that big forehand.
15 love.
You have a shot like that, you don't have to worry about too many volleys. Don Budge, with that great backhand of his, said, "Hey, I never had to worry too much. I just hit the approach shot, and I never saw a ball come back." What a big forehand.
Oh! 15 all.
Steffi Graf won that Olympic competition out in Los Angeles back in 1984. First time tennis was back there since 1924. It was a demonstration sport. She won the women's title.
Nice forehand by Bonnie. It's going to take a lot of work to keep that up, but Bonnie does a good job there.
15-30.
It's the best shot she's hit all evening, Mary. She really drilled that forehand. She's missed her backhand a lot so far.
Hit that one, but did start slowly on the backhand side.
She just lifted it in that last rally. The 2 backhands, she got much higher over the net.
2 break points for Gadusek.
30.
One save by Graf. Gadusek breaks to 2-5 first set.
Sit down and read a book or do some writing, and I'd probably warm up about 45 minutes. 5 minutes prior to the match, first off, butterflies are all over the place. I'm usually stretching, maybe getting last-minute instructions from my coach, but actually, the last thing I do is make sure my shoes are tied tight.
Prince. Let the games begin.
Bonnie Gadusek serving at 2-5 in this first set. Love 15. A pass on the return of serve by Steffi Graf for the first points. Mary, don't you think she just got to be there? Gadusek.
15 all.
Got to get to the net, seems. Wouldn't you agree?
I think so. But it's not as easy as it as it looks against Graf, who hits so hard and likes passing. What I'm saying, Tim, is that Bonnie set that last shot up as well as she can and still had to struggle just to make the dive volley good.
But is she better off staying at the baseline?
Let's just put it this way. She's got a tough assignment ahead of her any way she goes.
Fair enough. 30-15 at 2-5.
What I'm impressed with so far, this match has a lot of pace. Anybody that says women players don't hit that ball with a lot of force, be careful. Both these gals really hit out, especially on the forehand.
30 all. That's service.
First serve. $40-30.
You ever seen a good club player says, oh, I think I could beat most of those women, you know? I would love to see a grade A club player take on either one of these two tonight. Get past a little bit. Oh, great deception from Steffi Graf.
Deuce.
Bonnie Gadusek demonstrating her forehand.
Gadusek.
Yes.
Game Gadusek.
Well played, Gadusek. Gets to 3-5.
Watch this great forehand, sets it all up. Steffi tries to hit a good shot, but Gadusek all over the net. And I think Bonnie Gadusek is saying to herself, hey, wait a second, Graf's got the great forehand, but so do I.
Oh! 15 love.
I think she's also saying, Barry, I cannot play safe against Graf. You know, she's just too strong, just too quick for that. I'm going to have to go for my shots. I must be bold. That's what she did in the last game. That'll out.
30 love.
Cut that one too much. Nice high percentage for Graf. It's not a bad serve either. It's really improved over the last year. Schreiber says once she starts coming in behind that, we're all in trouble.
That comment really makes a lot of sense. I'm sure we're going to see it. She's 17 years old.
Watch the forehand. It may look risky to you, but you can see that it's actually a very long wrist path that Steffi uses. She gets her body in as well.
Game in first set, Graf.
Wow, what a piece of artistry in that game. 6-3. We'll be back after this from your local systems. Mary McKay, and one set is in hand for Steffi Graf, the number 3 seed. Number 8, Bonnie Gadusek, serving to open the second. And a clean winner from Graf.
Love 15.
And a little more furrow in the brow of Gadusek, trying to figure out what you can do here to prevent being rolled over by Graf. He has yet to beat her in 3 tries. Mary make a good point. It's hard for her to come to the net because Graf makes life difficult with her pace and her passing shots. On the other hand, now I think she's just got to come up there and take some chances.
Second serve.
It would appear clear that she can't win a baseline duel. Now let's not forget that Reggie took the second set from Graf a couple of days back. See whether Bonnie can do it here.
Love 40.
I think it'll be all the harder for Bonnie to sneak a set past Graf. Graf was, as I said, so dissatisfied with herself for dropping that one. She's even tougher tonight. Wow.
Long.
Game, Graf. First game.
At
second
love,
set.
a break by Graf. And she's up quickly in this second set. Well, it's that time of night we all look forward to. Some of you have not written down the number like we've been telling you to do, and that's why you've missed your opportunity to call into the Sports Fantasy Sweepstakes. Well, here's the number: 1-900-210-4USA. The Stanley Cup, the Super Bowl, the U.S. Open, the Masters. That's 4. There are 3 more. Count them, 7 big sports events that you possibly, with a friend, could attend. The Indy 500's another one. They're popping them at me here just as fast as we can come up with them. Just 50 cents is all it costs you to find out if you would be the lucky winner. Now, even if you're not the big winner, we're giving away hundreds of daily prizes. But the big score, an all-expenses paid tour for 2 to 7 major sporting events, including the U.S. Open. It's all on USA Sports Fantasy Sweepstakes. Call now. 1-900-210-4USA. Write it down. Go to the phone. Thousands of people have been calling, but they've all been getting answered. I asked that question today. You don't get a busy signal. You'll get through to something. They'll give you the answers you need for the Sports Fantasy Sweepstakes.
Love 15.
Love 15. Steffi Graf serving at 1-love and 6-3 in the first set. Clean winner, and Gadusek has to be discouraged by that. She starts over, you know, expecting she should arrive somewhere near the ball, and it's already gone by.
Great get by Bonnie Gadusek on that lob.
15-30.
I thought she had her here. Steffi makes a great defensive play on this lob. Now watch Bonnie. She comes back. The ball is right inside the baseline. Look at this forehand. Steffi really had the court opened up, but that was a great recovery by Bonnie Gadusek.
30 all.
30 all. Gadusek was quick to come in on the second serve that time.
$40-30.
40-30.
Game Graf.
Game to Graf, and she moves to 2-love here in the second set.
Graf leads 2-love.
This is looking more and more like an execution.
Steffi says of herself, on the court, I am all concentration. I always am really tough on myself. I always want the best.
Tough luck for Bonnie there. Aggressive play, one good volley, but it came right back to her. Bonnie Gadusek wins over Julie Richardson, Liz Smiley, Helen Kalesi, and Stephanie Rahe to make it to the quarterfinal.
Love 30.
but she has stepped up in class facing this young lady, Steffi Graf.
$15.30.
15-30.
15.40.
Steffi doesn't give you any easy balls, says Hanna Monlikova, who's lost to her, and she's very consistent. That's what Chris says separates Steffi from Hanna. She says Steffi doesn't lose to those below her, and Hanna does.
Game Graf. Graf leads.
Steffi Graf
3-love.
moves to 3-love here in the second set. We are back with Steffi Graf up 3-love in the second set, 6-3 in the first.
$15
You really get the
15-all.
feeling Steffi wants to play Martina in the semis. She lost to her last year, and she was nothing but angry at herself after she played that match. She knew she could have played better. She was in the press conference. It looked like she wanted to jump right back on the court and try again.
Well, that would be a classic confrontation, in my opinion, of two of the finest female athletes in the world of sport, if you will.
Steffi's already beaten Martina in the German Open this year. Let me tell you, that was a popular win over there.
30-all.
It's one of the few loose points that I've seen Steffi play so far. Gadusek with quite a few more unforced errors there than Steffi.
Martina said about Steffi, she's a fighter. She won't throw in the towel, and that is a pretty good mark of how far she can go right there.
Deuce.
Martina also said she's very mature emotionally. Her head is square on her shoulders, and she knows her game.
Oh, yes. She has used that shot very effectively tonight. She takes the racket back, and then
Advantage
at the
Graf.
last moment just takes pace off that shot. Good angle, cross court, short.
Drive by Gadusek.
Deuce.
Back to Deuce. Steffi keeps those ball boys and ball girls alert, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. If you've ever noticed the big weapon, the
Advantage
forehand,
Graf.
those big forehand hitters, the minute they see that ball coming, they move quickly, the first couple steps, to give themselves an opportunity to go for the forehand. Steffi does that so well.
Game Graf.
4-love, Steffi Graf. Bonnie
Graf
Gadusek
leads 4-love.
unable to penetrate in any way.
Watch the footwork here. This is what makes this kid such a great player. Look at how she's on her toes, gets quickly back to the center of the court each time after she makes a shot. 3 good backhands there, then the big forehand.
You can see how strong her legs are. Beautifully muscled. Springs in her calves.
15-love.
Everybody talks about getting back to the center after you hit both the ground strokes. That was a great example of it.
30-love.
Good serve from Gadusek. 30-love. Trying to get on the board here in the second set.
Good approach shot. Gadusek hit a
40
fine shot very close to the baseline there.
Ball. 40-15.
40-15, Bonnie Gadusek. Good serve. So Gadusek on the board. 4-1, Graf, second set. Mariah Mary Carrillo, Barry McKay watching Steffi Graf and Bonnie
15
Gadusek,
love.
and it is 15-love at 4-1 Graf with a set in hand. An ace from Graf. Second of the match. 40-love. Solid backhand from Gadusek and a good volley from Graf, who hasn't been to the net very frequently, hasn't had to go there, but showed that she knows how to volley, and indicated in her doubles play with Sabatini, she showed plenty of volleying ability.
Love 15.
Gadusek at 1-5, 13 winners to 8 for Graf. Our stats courtesy of the Burroughs Corporation.
15 all.
all. 30-15. Next up here on the stadium court will be Milan Schreiber against Todd Witzkin, two unseeded men in the round of 16, trying to get to the quarters. The winner will meet Forrest Becker. That's wide.
Tried to pull that back in.
40-15.
The other thing she's really so capable of doing on that forehand is waiting till the last minute and then changing direction, which she did on that last shot.
Deuce.
Bonnie Gadusek fighting here to extend the match. That deuce.
Advantage Graf.
Match point for Graf. Good serve. Wide.
Deuce.
She didn't miss that by
Not
much.
by much, no. That was a good get. Shows that speed and quickness you were talking about. She went from one corner to the other. Good play by Gadusek.
Advantage Graf.
It's a tough shot to hit that two-handed volley. Get off the ground, but sometimes it gets you in trouble when you try and keep those two hands on the racket when you volley.
Double fault, unfortunate finish for Bonnie Gadusek. An impressive victory for Steffi Graf, 17 years of age, from Brühl, West Germany. Moves to the semifinals against the top seed Martina Navratilova. That should be a dandy. We'll be back with more tennis from the U.S. Open. Clairol, proud sponsor of the women's singles, presents a look at the women of the U.S. Open. Tonight, our interview with the winner, Steffi Graf.
Steffi, 3 tiebreakers it took you to get past the quarterfinals last year. In this match, only 47 minutes. That's really unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a big change in between. I think this year I'm much stronger than last year, and I think I'm playing much better.
Stronger in what way? Physically, mentally?
Yeah, I think everything. I have more confidence now, and I'm hitting my forehand good, and my backhand is getting better. So all around it's getting better.
That you weren't able to play Wimbledon, does that make you even hungrier to play at the U.S. Open?
Sure, I mean, I was really not too happy about not playing Wimbledon because I was just at that time playing my best tennis, and I was really looking forward to play there. But now I'm happy to play here, and I think it's great for me to get to the semis, but I want to get further.
You now play Martina. You lost her in last year's semi. What should this one be like?
Well, I think it's going to be a much more difficult match for Martina, and I hope it's going to be a close match. Maybe I even have a chance to win if I play really good tennis. But I think you have to serve a little better than today. I was not serving too well, and I have to play a very good backhand because she's going to come in a lot and on my backhand, and I have to try to pass her.
I remember after last year's semifinal loss to Martina, you said you had to get your return better and that you had to lob better. Have you been working on that?
Yeah, I mean, my return is getting better, also my backhand. And last year I was maybe a little bit tired after the match against Pam Shriver. And I mean, I was happy to get into the semis, not really looking forward to even win or to get it closer. And I think this year I'm going to have a little bit different mentality.
You haven't played a lot of matches because you've been hurt. Some crazy things have happened to you. Do you have to be more match tough to beat Martina, you think, or are you ready for her?
Well, I think usually it's better to have some tough matches before, like having a tournament, playing against her or Chris. So you know you're in good shape, or you know it's going to be good against them to play. But I think I'm going to have a good match.
You've beaten both Chris and Martina this year. Who would you rather play in the semis?
Usually Chris Evert-Lloyd, but I mean, I don't mind to play Martina.
Okay, thanks a lot, Steffi. Back to you, Tim.
Steffi Graf, what an exciting star in the galaxy of the women's